Episode 27 of Trying British Foods. I live in Manhattan and I've received a few complaints about the repetition of this introduction, so I'm considering either doubling it in length or getting rid of it entirely. First up this evening, I have this Alpenmuesli. So this actually is a very interesting product, actually, because I always thought that muesli was Swiss, which indeed on the back it says that it is. Give your morning a lift with Alpen's perfect blend of toasted wheat flakes, creamy rolled oats, crunchy hazelnuts and almonds, and juicy raisins, ready for you to top with fresh fruit, nuts, or honey. So they want you to actually add nuts to this, but that just seems like an awful lot of nuts. I mean, you should take whatever nuts you're gonna put in this, instead add them to your ginger nuts. Take that idea to the bank, somebody, you need that. Also, apparently, this is available in both Canada and the United States, although I will be honest, I have never seen this, either in New York or anywhere else. So this will be entirely new for me to try. Up in Alpen. And what I love so much about this box, you can't see it on camera, I don't think, but the mountains up here are slightly embossed, which I really appreciate that attention to detail. If I stand back and look at it, it's as though I'm there. Then I have this Auntie's Sticky Toffee Steamed Pudding. I've had this brand before when I had the Spotted Richard on the series before, but people were very adamant that I try the Sticky Toffee Pudding, so I'm excited to do that. And to pair with this, I have some Ambrosia Devon custard. One thing I do just point out is that I note on the instructions when it says to heat this, which I did, I heated this up, is it always gives instructions for on the hob. We would say on the stove, but I like hob a lot better, that word. I don't know, something about it to me, I feel like when I'm being told to heat something on the hob, I am like an overworked, underappreciated mother of three who's like hanging on by a thread. So we made this on the hob today. And then lastly, I have these jelly tots. Now these were recommended to me after I had that disastrous encounter, traumatic really, with the fruit gums. So I've been told that these are superior and they're at least able to chew them and get through them, leaving all of your teeth in one piece. So I'm looking forward to trying out the jelly tots today. The Alpenmuesli. We definitely do have these here. I mean, we would have this more in the format of like overnight oats, which I'm sure some people just have these as overnight. You let them soak and then you might add anything else you want fresh in the morning. This is really good, very chewy. It could be just a hint sweeter, so maybe add a little bit of sugar or some honey or something. So it's not like a big impact of flavor, but this is really good. And I do want to take a moment to say, all of the cereals that I have tried on this series have been really good. I really have not had a bad cereal yet, from the Weetabix in episode 1 up until now. So special shout out. You're doing cereal quite well over there, in my opinion. The Sticky Toffee Pudding with the Ambrosia Devon custard. So I have on here one with a bit of custard put on top of it, one without, so I might spoon a bit more. I have the custard separately too, heated up, in case I want to try that just on its own, but let's give this a try. I'm just gonna try a bit of the custard on its own. This is great. Of course, this is incredibly sweet, but I do like both of these heated up together. I heated both of these, so it's very warm. The Sticky Toffee, even though this is kind of an instant format for this, it is really good, I have to say. And I mean, I'm sure we have some, some rough equivalent of this in the US, but what we really don't have, and this is something that stood out to me, I mean, for the custard, I mean, if you were to eat this cold, it would be very similar to our like vanilla pudding. But what we really don't have is, we usually would not heat that up in this way. Not too commonly, of course it exists, but not really as commonly. I feel like there is a window in the American market for both custard and clotted cream that really needs to be addressed and filled. Someone is gonna make a lot of money when they figure out that we need to fill these gaps in the American diet, because it's great. We really should be using it more extensively. This is very good. And lastly, the jelly tots. Here we are. They do kind of look like gumdrops that we would have, but do a yellow and red. These are perfect. These are exactly what I wanted in a gummy. These are soft, easy to chew. They're coated in sugar. The flavor is really good. Why do the fruit gums exist? Do we? I need to work through all of that and deconstruct that a bit. I feel like the fruit pastels can stay because I feel like they might be the original, I think. So, okay. And wine gums are kind of iconic and in their own way. I feel like the fruit gums are kind of the runt of the group, and we need to be having a conversation about what purpose they're serving, because I would think that introducing Jelly Tots would put the fruit gums out of business, but what do I know? Thank you very much for the recommendations, and I'll see you next time.